Hey everyone, today I've got your Sin City A Dame to Kill For movie review. Sin City has got a sequel that's got everybody turning black and white and crossing paths again. First off, the story, it's very interesting. It's basically told, separately. There's multiple storylines going on here, so they'll talk about one character's perspective and then they'll go off and do another one. For this movie, it basically focuses a lot on Josh Brolin's character. He plays Dwight, who was originally played by Clive Owen in the first Sin City movie. When I saw he was being cast, and I was thinking, okay, I don't really like when they do a lot of cast changes. I know they've done this with other movies in the past, and sometimes it would work, and other times maybe not. It's because everybody's so used to seeing this original character, and I know I was a huge fan of Clive Owen. I just loved the way he expressed his different emotions and just the way he talked and walked and did all that kind of stuff. And then Josh Brolin sort of, put on a new perspective, a new take on the character, but also staying true to what was originally seen on screen and then some. He's got to pull off this coolness about him and taking care of the girls in Old Town, like Juno Temple, after she was getting with Ray Liotta, I'm just saying. At least he would never let the monster out. See what I did there? Although there were some minor changes to the cast, there were some returning cast members. There were some in the first movie, some of the actors had passed away from being in the first movie. And Michael Clark Duncan was replaced by the Allstate guy, Dennis Haysbert, who I think did a pretty good take on this character. We didn't really get to see a lot of him in the first Sin City movie, but then ended up seeing more of what he can do, because this is technically a prequel, and seeing what happened to him before his accident. I think he was still pretty badass, and at first some of his line delivery I felt wasn't as great, but he did get a little bit better, and I feel like I could hear they changed his voice, or maybe that was really his voice. I don't know. Do you guys think that? He was just a powerhouse. Like Mickey Rourke, who was also returning to reprise his role. He just went all wrestler on him, I'm just saying. Some new characters. We've got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays Johnny, who acts kind of like this big shot, saying blow the coin, and then he's going to win some big money and just be this hot shot Looper character like he was in that movie. And then he ends up meeting Doc Brown, aka Christopher Lloyd, and I think that was pretty cool to have that little cameo appearance there. And also for some returning actors, we've got Bruce Willis, Rosario Dawson, Jessica Alba, and just a couple other actors to mention. And it was really good to still see their characters, because I really liked the story between Hartigan and Nancy Callahan. I really loved that whole storyline, and seeing what happened after he kind of blew his brains out in the first movie. I liked how they were sort of going back and forth and seeing some of the new characters and then the old characters and just loving them even more. And obviously another actress to love is obviously Eva Green, who plays Ava, and she is just absolutely perfect. I'm glad they cast her in this movie. She was just so beautiful and cunning and sly and smart, all these different things, trying to hit on Josh Brolin's character, not really, being just this side character, but she was also one of the main front actresses in the movie. And obviously she definitely had some looks to kill, I'm just saying. It really didn't matter what she wore, or lack thereof. Obviously, you had minor roles from characters like Jeremy Piven and Christopher Maloney, who played different parts. So it was a lot of different cameo appearances. This movie had a lot of actors, and I think I really like how movies have things like that, like big casts. The action was high. I felt like it was less violent than the first movie, and I think it all had to do with who was taking out who. And I felt like some scenes weren't as memorable as scenes from the first Sin City movie. You've got little Miho, who's that little katana-wielding chick with who keeps shish kebabbing everybody she sees left and right and just chopping off their heads. It was insane. I guess that's where the violence goes. What's with beheading people anyway? And though I did not see this movie in 3D, I actually, from the first scene that came on, I really wanted to see this in 3D, but then I just didn't get a chance to. And I'm pretty sure it would have looked cool, but did you guys see it in 3D? Let me know in the comments if you did. I'll be honest with you guys, I was a little bit lost watching this movie, probably a little bit more than halfway through. I felt like it was getting a little bit boring, and I was thinking, like, this can't possibly be an hour and a half long. Like, it felt like 2 hours, and normally I enjoyed a movie like this because it's so different and you don't really see movies like this every day, and sometimes it was just hard to follow. I mean, that's just me. I do think it got gradually better as the movie went on closer to the end, so I was happy about that. Yay! As one story ended, another began, and it meant more time for tying up all those loose ends. I think that having that time frame, like about 90 minutes or so, it was pretty good for this movie. Either way, overall, Sin City: A Dame to Kill For was pretty good. I don't know if I'd see it again, because I'm still a huge fan of the first Sin City, and I just, I felt like this movie was sometimes hard to follow, but I do like the action sequences and some of the characters that were added. But I recommend seeing this movie if you have seen the first Sin City movie and you kind of want to check out this one. Go ahead if you want. I'm not really going to say whether or not you'll enjoy it or not, but I think you should still see it just to decide for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Sin City: A Dame to Kill For. Was it good? Was it bad? Do you think it should have been in 3D? Did you see it in 3D like I had asked before? Who was your favorite character in the entire movie? As always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back over for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.